Is it on? Is it on? I can't see. I think so. I think so. So I ain't had nothing to say. Just sitting out. It's actually nice. Very few clouds in the sky. No rain cloud. So it's nice today. I leave the house. I'm off today. I think it's 70 degrees, 69, 70, something like that. It's a little warm for me, but I told you, you go over 50. Well, I said 80, but I'm going to change it to 50. I'm going to start complaining. That's me. I'm doing that now. But it's nice. So I can't complain too much. But it is actually nice for normal people. Yeah, I like this. You know what this is? This is Lena is, I don't know where Lena is. Lena, mind you, y'all, Lena didn't come to see me. She did. She was here in the States, and so she's out doing whatever. And then I'm going to try to go live with her tonight, actually, though. So I should see her, or we should see her live on the thing tonight. Like 6 p.m., I think we decided on, something like that. So we'll go live tonight from our different locations. We hung out that day, the day that we went live with the choppy feet. I don't know why I didn't use the Wi-Fi, because you couldn't tell who we were. But we hung out that day, and so, like I said, she's not here to see me necessarily. She was just in the States, and so we joined. Because we have a mutual friend here, so we all hung out together. So, oh, that's what I was saying. What this is the bottom of the wind chime to make it actually move? That's what that is. I just thought it was pretty, so I bought the wind chime and cut it off. Because they had a different one, because it actually fell off of a wind chime, and so it's just a little blue marble. So, you know, I like anything sparkly. Yeah, we had fun though. We were trying to go, because you know me and the saga of the Indian restaurant, right? So we were going to go there, or go to an Indian restaurant, because our mutual friend here, they got together and co-conspired to take to take me to one, and we drive up to it, and the one day that they are closed for business is the one day that we drove up and they were closed. I said, "Oh, look at God right there." So we went and had Lebanese instead, because it was kind of right next door. And so I had chicken shawarma for the first time and tabbouleh for the first time. So that's what we did. And then, you're having Indian food for dinner tonight. That's what we were supposed to do, but it was the one day that we wanted to go, it was closed. So I had chicken shawarma, and then I had tabbouleh, and then we left there and went and hung out and sat, and then we went to another restaurant later on that day, and so we had a good outing. It was fun. We didn't take 1,000 pictures, because we're not really picture people. Neither one of us. That little 9-second video I posted where you couldn't even see our faces because we looked like we were something from different planets. That was about the most in picture. We took, I think, maybe two, because kind of had to, but eh. How was the food? It was fine. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't didn't make me gag or anything like that. So my niece loves it actually. I took the rest home to her. So I don't actually, because I don't try things. Y'all know who I am by now. So I ain't that deep. So it was okay though. It wasn't horrible. Would I eat it again? Probably. Probably. Not that in particular dish, but I would go back again. Everything looked nice. It was fresh and for me anyway. The tabbouleh was fine. I didn't like the onion because I'm not an onion person, especially if the onion's not cooked. And so when you first eat it, it's like an overpowering onion taste, and then afterwards, then you get the green, and then the onion kicks back up again. So that was a bit far from my palate, I will say, but see that I'm not that person, Angela. I'm just we did that one little pop up live because it wasn't that kind of occasion to where I was going to be the Instagram person that recorded everything we did because we had fun, but it wasn't necessarily something that I needed to immortalize because I remember it. No, the shawarma wasn't oniony. It was just chicken with the yogurt on top, and the rice was full of spices that were a little different for me. I think it may have been, they said, saffron and X, Y, and Z in there. So it was a bit different. It was a bit different. It wasn't gross, though. It didn't make me gag or anything like that, but um, I wouldn't have that in particular dish again, but I would eat Lebanese food again, though. But we had a plan for the Indian food, and it didn't work out. They had a plan, I should say. Yeah, saffron is over me. I'm not that fancy. I'm a salt and pepper kind of person. That's very high class. That's too high cotton for me, as we say. It was a bit much, but it wasn't bad though. Like I say, it wasn't bad. And then we went and I had poutine for every time we talk about. Well, I was with someone who from Canada, and they said that's not poutine, so they were very disappointed in my dish. It was fine for me because actually, and what was so crazy is while we were in the car, we were talking about different foods and things, and she said, "Oh, you should try poutine one day." And she said, "Oh, it's basically fries, cheese curd, and it's drowned in gravy." And I'm like, "Well, that's pretty much I could do that because that's potatoes and gravy is very southern. So I could that's something I could do." And so we get there, and she says, "This is not poutine. This is their version, like the Americanized version, the bastardized version of poutine, but it's not poutine." It was French fries, and no, it's it's plain shirt today. Um, French fries, the cheese curd was in there, and then it had roast beef on top of it. And she said that's not poutine. It should be drenched in gravy, and it was not. So what it looked like happened is, how you make your roast beef and it's got gravy in it. and then you scoop out some roast beef, and whatever gravy is in the spoon, that's what gravy is in your dish. That's what it kind of looked like. It was not drenched. Like the bottom of the plate had a little pool of gravy in it that the fries quickly soaked up, and that was it. That was all the gravy that I had. The meat was very tender. It's very good though. Actually, the dish itself was good, but she said it wasn't authentic. And then we asked for extra gravy, and then it ruined it because when I got the gravy was super salty. So win some, you lose some. So it was all right though. It was one of them occasions to where it's not really about the food at that point. We were just chatting and laughing at that point. So, but it was still good though. I enjoyed it anyway, even if it was unauthentic. But that is something I think I would like anyway, because like I said, it's just potatoes, cheese, and gravy. How can you not like that? But it did have roast beef and very salty gravy in it too. So, but it was good though. I liked it. Well, that's what she said too. Is it's very, very it's just the best thing ever. And I'm like, okay, well, coincidentally, every time, because I told her about the live streams, I said when we get to talking, we talk about food at some point, and I have had several people say you should try poutine, and I said, okay, I'll try it one day. And then, lo and behold, just by coincidence, because actually we hadn't looked at the menu or anything beforehand. I've seen it once before, though. But by coincidence, we're sitting there, and it's on the menu. And it's half price, so, because we were happy hour at that point. So I was like, well, let's get it. And we all tried it, and the Canadian said it was unauthentic, so I will defer to your judgment on that one. But it was still good, though. We had a good time. But we'll see next on our next food adventures out in the world what'll happen. Well, it was that was the day of new experiences, and so I met people I'd never met before. So you might as well go all the way and eat some stuff you've never had before too. So go for it. Because mind you, I talked all the crap in the world about the Indian food when we were sitting in the house, and I'm like, it's just it just smell and blah blah blah, and they was like, well, guess what we're eating today, and I'm like, you know what, let's go for it. I didn't protest. I said, let's go for it, because I knew if all else fails, I can do butter chicken and naan and biryani or something like that. So let's go. And then we get up to the place, and it's closed. It only closes on Tuesday. And by golly, that's what day we drove up. So, but all was well, though. We had fun. We did. We got to try the baklava next time we go. Now, next year, I'll try to. I don't think I'm going all the way to Australia, so we may have to plan something and meet somewhere in the middle or something. That's 50,000 hours on the plane. I mean, you could break it up, I guess. Fly to maybe Hawaii and then from Hawaii to Australia. Because I think that's what Lena did when she came here. So it's just a long ways to go. I had peppermints, lucky girl, this time. That's what I had with hers. That's always that's It's the Southern Survival Kit. You got to have gum and peppermint somewhere in your purse. So that's what I had. That's what I had. It was fun, like I said. And it's been nice all week. I think the weather behaved for our foreign visitors who were out on vacation. Because last week it was like 40 and we had hailstorms. And so, well, actually, I want to go to England in the fall, this year. London, hopefully. Not necessarily stay in London, but I want to go. Yeah, and that's why it makes it a little easier for me to think about doing like a London trip because it's not 1,000 hours on a plane. I hate sitting that long first of all because I have nothing. I could do it at home because I'm in front of the computer and there's 8,000 things to do. But it's like sitting on a plane for that long. There's only so many songs you can listen to. I'm not a big movie person, so it's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I don't read. I hate reading because my mind does stupid stuff when I try to read, and so it's rough. I think I could do 9 hours. I think I could do that, and then I can get a nonstop too, to where there's no layover, because I've been looking at that too. So I can get a nonstop from Portland to London, 9 hours it's at, and so that seems feasible. I could do that. So hopefully this fall, well, not hopefully, this fall, I'm going to, I'm going. I'm going for sure. Come hell or water's high, I'm going. And then next year, I want to go to Canada. I did all my passport stuff, so the passport is complete. I do want to get another ID so that my ID matches my passport, or the address anyway. Just for my own sound mind, but it's not necessary. I hate the DMV, but I do want to do that though. I got time. Well, I don't know if see, okay, here's the thing too, because this is what Lena also said when said she was coming here, because I asked her what are the plans. She said she didn't have any because she's not real big on like sightseeing either, and neither am I. So I don't really need to go see anything. Just sit somewhere, run your mouth, have a good time. That's all I really care about. So I mean, Hawaii is pretty, they say. I'm not much of a beach person, as y'all know, but just sit and eat and drink somewhere and look around. I'm not really a let's go see the volcano and pretend to jump in and take a picture and all this kind of. I'm not that person. it's, that's not a thing that I need to do. Like I don't go to London. I don't need to see the Tower of London. I don't need to see Buckingham Palace. I don't really care. I just want to go there. Period. I don't. Whatever I see, I see. Whatever I don't, it'll be there if I ever want to come back and look at it. I'm sure. So you know. No, I don't want to see the catacombs. Mm-mm. Dead things don't interest me at all. It's like, mm-mm. That ain't my speed. I don't even like walking past cemeteries. Nottingham. Like I don't have a agenda, mind you. So So whatever we see, I guess. I'm a go with the flow person. As I tell my friend here, she says, "Hey, what do you want to do, or where do you want to go?" And I always tell her the same answer. If you say we're going to the gates of hell, then I'm going to be right behind you. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's see it. Let's see what happens. I'm that person. So I don't really, I don't have plans. It's just, let's go see. Let's go see what we can see. That's who I am. Yes, I am sunshiny today. It's nice today. I mean, it's hot for me because I complain, but you know. See, I like landscapes. I can do landscapes. Landscapes are nice. I don't really need to go and see the oldest this and the history of mankind and the tallest that, and I don't really care about that stuff. Stonehenge is probably the only thing that, some sort of attraction that I would want to go see, or the pyramids. But other than that, I don't care. Unless you said some ancient alien creature built this and nobody knows how it got here type thing. Okay, then let's go see that. You might pick up something. Hopefully you don't take it home, but that's my speed. Like here, you can see, there's everything here. There's a desert if you want desert. There's snow if you want snow. There's waterfalls. There's everything. So whatever you want to see, it's here. Yeah, I think then they say they roped Stonehenge off because of vandals or some mess like that. That's what I heard too. You can't get anywhere close to it. So it's like, I'd still want to walk past it, I think. At least see it a little bit. Would probably be not seeing it at all, I guess. I mean, that again, though, it's not a bucket list thing. So it it's a thing that if we're over that away, then roll a window down. I'll look at it. But if not, then big whoop. Avebury and Glastonbury. Glastonbury. I don't. Arizona and me. It is just, I thought about going to Sedona this year, actually, not to the retreat and all that stuff. I thought about just going down there because Jen was going to be down there, and then like I went to see Becca, we could be in the same place at the same time, type thing. And I'm like, me and Arizona just it's 60 something degrees here right now, and it's hot to me. Like I don't know. The older I got, the worse it was for me. And again, let me reiterate: it is not hot today. I'm hot. So it's gonna get worse because I got on a short sleeve shirt and I can't do nothing else. So, but for me, it's a little warm. I'm gonna just say that, and it's not even summertime yet. But we'll see. That's what I was gonna actually go there for, but we can go another time. Because mind you, she's not necessarily when they go to do the retreat stuff. She's not like it's see rainy and windy. That's my thing. That's what I like. That's what I like. But she's not actually going there for vacation, so she'll be working most of that time, right? All of that time. So we'll plan something different. We need to do a thing to where a lot of us are in the same place at the same time. We said that like 4 years ago. It never happened. I think little by little, though, we're having a meeting in between. See, I want to actually move to England because that whole wind and rain and clouds, and that's my vibe. But this is close enough too. Yeah, I don't know about a tour. Mm. Because you know how some people they're good for an afternoon, but oh, I like Scotland too. Well, I've never been, but you know, I like the I like the look. I would love to move to England. Actually, me and my brother, that's like our that's the bucket list thing. That's I would love to move there. Ireland calls out to me too. I like green though, and every it's like one of them pictures, or you know, your perception is clouded by pictures, and that's the parts that I see is all these big giant green rolling hills type thing. And it's like I like that type of stuff. I don't want to live out in the middle of nowhere with no Wi-Fi, but at the same time, you know, the picture shapes your reality, and so that's what I see. That's what I think it is, and so. But I would like that. I think. But I've never been overseas anywhere, and so that's why this fall I need to make it happen. As I said, come hell or water's high, got to make it happen. Oh my God! Don't even say Nova Scotia. When I was a kid, that's why I wanted to live. I didn't even know where it was. I just know I wanted to move there. Like I said, the word just sounded fantastic to me. It could have been in the middle of hell. I didn't even know where it was. I just know I wanted to move to Nova Scotia. I just knew I did. I didn't even know where it was. I didn't know. I'd had no idea when I was a kid. I just liked the word, and I wanted to go. And then when you look at the pictures, it's like, yes, I definitely want to go. Even though I'm not a, it's not a beach. It's like Maine. It's just a waterfront type thing, and I mean there are beaches, I'm sure, but I like the I like the waterfront though. That I do like. Like you can stand on the rocks and look at the water, then I'm fine. If you stand in the sand, like why sand? Who likes sand? Not I, said the cat. It means New Scotland. I like Nova Scotia. That was the place I wanted to go. Hi, Adrian. That was the place I wanted to go. I'll go there one day. Um, I don't know when. I want to go to Canada next year. So that'll be on the agenda next year. This year is London. Next year, somewhere in Canada. I don't know where in Canada. I keep getting people say, "Oh, you'll love Montreal, or you'll love this, or you'll love that," and I don't know. Again, I'm not a like Toronto is supposed to be more metropolis. Hi, Jody. But I don't really. Like I said, I'm not a sightseeing person, so I don't need to go see the this and to see the that. I just, if I sit and run my mouth like I'm doing right now, then that's vacation for me. So I'm good. Like, I'm going to take you to see the oldest statue in the history of mankind, and I'm going to say that's all right. We don't need to do that. I heard Toronto was the place to go if you're going to be going to Canada for the first time. Then that's the place to go. Well, mind you, a lady told me that. I think her opinion was skewed by my skin color, but she said that it's more diverse, and so because she was white and I was not, so I think she thinks that I would have a better time or fit in a little more, or it'll be more my vibe because there's different types of people there, which is a good thing, I guess. It's a clean New York, okay, and that's kind of what she was, giving me the vibe of. It's very diverse. She said there's a lot to do and shops and restaurants and there's things to see, shaking the show and so she made it sound like a city. Again, I've never been to Canada, ever seen Toronto, so I had no ideas. But eh, Vancouver, okay. I need to go to Washington too. Speaking of Vancouver, because it's too close. Because I don't want, again, this all of this, mind you, is a repeat of Pittsburgh, to where I was there and I was this close to New York and I never went. So I do want to go to places and see some things. Montreal's not. Is it too high class in Sedity? That's probably where I want to go then. Always above my station. Well, that's what I like. Coincidentally, everything in my life I like is more expensive than it needs to be. London, Scotland, Nova Scotia. We might be, Karen. Because I feel like those places, that in Egypt, Egypt is like a past life thing, I'm sure. But I feel like I want to go there, but it's like a drawing me there type of thing, not just because it would be nice to go. Like, I'm sure it would be nice to go to Rome and Paris and all these places too. At the same time, I feel drawn to places like Scotland and London, though. I'm sure it was Anglo-Saxon somewhere in the past life too. So I don't know. I just feel like those places I need to go to or need to see. And Nova Scotia has a very odd. Like I said, when I was a kid, I wanted to go there, and I didn't know where it was, didn't know anything about it. And then when I got older, I'm like, okay, that's where it is. That's what it looks like, so forth and so forth. And then I met somebody that I felt like I've known before, and I have no idea how to explain it. And this was way before I was into metaphysics and all that stuff. I'm like, I felt like I know this person and I can't place it. Like, did we go to school together? Da-da-da-da-da-da. No, they live in Nova Scotia. So, no, we did not go to school together. But I'm like, okay. And then later down the line, that came back to my mind again. And I'm like, oh, it was one of these type of things. And all these spiritual play toys that we are. So I'm like, okay. I do know that person, I'm pretty sure, and that's probably why, since I was a kid, I always wanted to go there. And so, life is complicated for fleshy people. It just is. It just is. It just is. What is Purple Cow Milkshake? I seen that picture. Or what does it taste like? And what are the deets? Montreal is beautiful, filled with history. See, and okay, like when I lived in Pittsburgh, it's a historic city, and I saw nothing. I saw something one time. That's because I went to a music festival and arts festival. It was. That's the most I went out of the house, and so I think that's why when I got here and Spirit pushed me out the nest, and I'm like, It tastes like purple. What does that taste like? Yeah, I think Lena is here until Saturday. Um, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got a text message. Okay. Well, we have to cut short. Speaking of Lena. Okay. Oh, Lord. I don't even know what that means, lucky girl. I'm not asking, so. But yeah, I think she's here until Saturday. What was I saying? I don't even know now. That threw me off. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. Because I don't leave the house. And so when I get here, I leave the house now. It's vanilla ice cream with grape Fanta. Oh. Okay. That sounds interesting. I bought vanilla ice cream actually. I made sweet potato pie, right? And it tastes like water. So I had everything that I needed to have except enough brown sugar. And I'm like, okay, it's 7:30 p.m. Here's what I'm not gonna do is go to the store. And unfortunately, if you don't go to the store, it's not gonna taste right. But I'm still not going. And so I didn't go. And it tastes like nothing. It was sweet enough, but it didn't taste like it was supposed to. It didn't taste like home. It didn't taste southern. It tastes like you got it from Walmart. And so it wasn't. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna go buy some vanilla ice cream, and maybe that'll help it too. I'm not an ice cream and sweet potato pie person though, but I bought it anyway. And then the ice cream tastes like garbage. But it's just basic vanilla ice, vanilla bean. It was supposed to be. So I threw the pies away because why eat that mess? And I kept the ice cream, but I don't like the ice cream either. So I've been putting cinnamon in it, and then that elevates it. So vanilla ice cream and cinnamon, try it. It's fantastic. That's the only way I can eat it because it tastes like garbage too. So we had a couple bad dessert days. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, can I reply from here? Uh-oh. Is it still on? Is it on? I think it is. Oh wait, hopefully I'm not. Uh-oh, what happened? What'd I do? Uh-oh. Reconnecting, you are live. But now my video went away. Okay. Because my screen got this little because a text message popped up and I touched it. And so it's like doing like a double camera type of thing, which I don't want it to do. Uh-oh. Filter. I don't want to filter. Why are you taking pictures? What happened? Mercury, quit playing with me, Jesus. Okay, you know what? If you can save me, then I'll just leave it like it is. Because I can't, I don't know where I am anymore. If I got stuff hanging out my nose, you gotta let me know. Because I can't see anymore. Now, who the hell came by me and started smoking? Lord have mercy. Okay. No cleans. I still like my screen went this big. It's still this big. I can see the chat part, but my picture thing got really small. Anyway, stop focusing on that. Move on. So, sugar and starch, that's what we all need to do. It's a difficult thing to do. There's legalized cocaine, salt and sugar. At least for Americans, because it's in everything. Okay, so, you know what? What time is it? Almost 1. You know, they, with the Pluto, I don't understand astrology. I'm not even going to pretend to. That's not my thing. It sounds like ancient Chinese and hieroglyphics when people try to show it to me sometimes. Except Lauren Margulies, which I will always recommend. She made sense to me. But the whole Pluto return, to where America's in its Pluto return and everything in the world comes out in the open, I mean, has it not been? Pull back the curtain on this, pull back the curtain on that, pull back the curtain on this. Jesus. I mean, can't nobody hide nothing no more, can they? Anyway, okay. Let me, oh, Jesus. Okay, okay. I keep getting messages. Okay, so we're gonna walk towards this way. Because I have to make a call now. So, like I said, tonight, hopefully, we'll be live around 6. Me and Lena, and then I'll see y'all then. I don't know for how long, probably like an hour or something, maybe. 6 p.m. Pacific. Well, I should have sat over here. It's cooler. So, we were supposed to do a thing tomorrow, too, but those plans have been pushed back or canceled altogether. Now, oh, that's pretty. Whatever that tree is. 6 Pacific, yes. And so, tonight, I'll see y'all, because I have to make a call for right now. So thanks for hanging out with me. I don't know what happened to this screen. I can't see, it's bothering me now. So I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.